What is going on, YouTube people? First off, happy Thanksgiving. I'm recording this. Well, this video is going live the day before Thanksgiving. I don't plan on posting a video on Thanksgiving. So for those that do celebrate, happy Turkey Day to all of you and your family. I hope you make it a fantastic one. Enjoy, hopefully, some time off work with your family, your friends, whatever it is that you do. And most notably, hashtag team stuffing. I will continue to promote stuffing propaganda from now until at least through the weekend, as this is the greatest of the holidays. Thanksgiving, as a kid, it was Christmas. As an adult, it is definitely Thanksgiving, I think, is my favorite of the holidays. Today, a little chit chat, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. I got that S cam up. I'm just going to flip through some cards while I'm talking, because in the current state of things, and these are in no rhyme or reason, I'm not even going to talk about what I'm showing most of the time. In the current state of kind of where we sit in the world right now, I think we have gotten so, and justifiably so, and it's what I'm going to talk about today, is some of the drama stuff going on out there. We kind of lost focus of why we're actually all here, and that's these things, because we like these things. And I get it. Trust is probably broken in a lot of cases, and justifiably so. I don't trust a lot of the high-end things anymore. And I think that has ripple down effects to all of us. And I don't know how much we can and can't trust anymore. And I kind of want to unpack what that means for us. So before we dive into that, shout out to today's video sponsor, justcollect.com. If you have a collection that you need to sell, there's a link in my video description. It will take you over to their appraisal form. You could fill that out, and one of the team members at Just Collect will reach out to you and get you set up with an appraisal. Vintage, some modern, raw, graded, whatever you got. If you have a collection that you want to move, go reach out to my friends over at Just Collect. Now, let's just kind of, like I said, we're just going to have a little chit chat today, if you will. And I'm just going to randomly flip through some cards. So we clearly have some issues on in the world of cardboard. It could be sports cards, it could be non-sports cards. I obviously have a lot of non-sports cards in my collection, as you can see as we move through here. And I think we all have a little bit of trust issues right now, and justifiably so. So what does that mean? You know, are all cards going to zero? Are you never going to trust a auction again the rest of your life? Are you not buying cards anymore? Are we just all giving up? As much as the drama and the clickbait and the comment section will tell you, I think a lot of us are still gonna carry on with what we're all doing. Now, and this is actually a perfect example. You might be questioning, why do I have two random PSA 9s of 90 Sosa and Fleer Ken Griffey Jr.? These are the first two cards I ever graded. Sent these in when I was a kid, back when this first came out. Thought I was going to be rich. Sending these off to get graded and get a PSA 10. Boy, how wrong was I. And by the way, these are 10s all day. I got screwed on the 9s. See, it even happened back then. And now I lost my train of thought already. See how quick that took? You know, we have trust issues with the card market right now, and I think it's justifiably so. Like, we absolutely should be questioning the prices on things. That doesn't mean that everything's fake. It doesn't mean that everything's not real. And my big takeaway from all of this is I am going to be a lot more selective on what I buy and the purpose behind why I'm buying it. You know, I really haven't bought a card to quote unquote flip or invest in in a really long time. I've bought some low end stuff like 10, 20, 30, 40 dollar stuff, but nothing $100 or more that I was like, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to flip this for a profit in a little bit. I haven't done that for quite a while. Most of the stuff that I have purchased is very intentional, whether it's the Sylvester Stallone, like as a big PC card. Actually, I haven't shown this in a video. I just got this in the other day. Shout out to Joe Day from Mike's Retro Podcast. Picked this up from him. Patrick Stewart, Locutus of Borg, case incentive auto, still sealed from Rittenhouse. Don't see a ton of these pop up. I'm being very intentional right now with only buying things that I truly want to own, whether that's Cleveland PC related or non-sport related. I want to make sure that whatever I'm putting my money into, it's stuff that I actually want for my collection. I am not worrying about / sweating, oh my God, is this going to go up 10 or 20%? And I'm only paying what I feel comfortable with. You know, especially in this day and age with everything that's gone on recently, I am not going to get, I'm going to try not to. Saying it is one thing, doing it is another. I'm going to try not to get too caught up in the hype / nonsense. And it's easy to do when you get into the heat of the moment, especially when you're bidding on cards. I'm going to try not to do that. Will I be successful? I don't know. But that's been my big takeaway the last couple of weeks. And that's been my mindset kind of coming out of this. Because it's one thing to talk about all the drama, and then it's, how does it actually affect us as collectors, investors, flippers, whatever it is that you're doing? How does that filter down to us as the ones hitting bid on eBay or Fanatics Collect or whatever the case might be? And for me, I'm being more cautious and I'm being more deliberate. That has been my two main takeaways from all this. I'm not going to chase stuff, and I'm going to make sure that what I am buying, I truly want to own. Because at least to some degree, how many of these prices are real or fake? Don't know. I have no idea. Now, on most of the stuff that I collect, the non-sports side, I feel a little safer over there, but not much. I mean, I'm side-eyeing everything at the moment. I am not getting too one way or the other. I am not believing anything that I see right now as we move into the wrestling PC. I'm just gonna give Flipping Steve a closer look at this one, since I know that it's one that he wants off me desperately. But yeah, I am gonna buy with more meaning behind it, I guess, when I grab something right now. When I gear up for my next purchase, whatever it is, I'm going to make sure that it's something that I truly want to own. And then when I go about making that purchase, I'm going to be a little bit more careful than I typically used to be. Not that I used to be reckless, but I think we could all stand to slow down a few minutes and just double check what exactly it is that we're doing, research things a little bit better, and make sure that we're making a good informed decision and we're not getting caught up in FOMO too much. And I think that's what leads to trouble. I don't know what we can and can't trust in the market at the moment. Stranger Things coming out later today. I don't know what's real and what's not. I don't know that any of us do. I think it's as prevalent as everyone thinks that it is in the little YouTube bubble that we live in? No. but I think it's definitely more rampant than I thought that it was. Left one card behind. What did I leave behind? Oh, the Ed Norton. I definitely think it's more rampant than I thought that it was, for sure. I was probably a little naive on how rampant it actually was. We're getting into the Marvel section. Forgot I had 2 of those. Every once in a while, you flip through your stuff and you're like, wait, I have 2 of those? Huh. Who knows? Or who knew? Oh, I should have this next to this. Got to get more organized here. You ever do this every once in a while? Just flip through all your stuff and you completely forgot you had some stuff? And that's a problem too. Like you buy things and then you forget that you even own them. And I know this video is kind of all over the place. It's kind of intentional as I just kind of continue to flip through. We're in the Gwen PMG section of the collection as I work through the case that's next to me on the desk. But yeah, that's been my big takeaway. Be careful, be diligent, and be meaningful, be precise. I'm just not in it for the 10% game anymore. I haven't been for a while, to be fair. But it just, I don't know, it just feels different right now. I think it's uncertainty around, you know, or as Sports Card Radio likes to say, all your comps are fake, or what actually is going on behind the scenes with this stuff. What can we trust? What can't we trust? Big one. PSA 10 Platinum Portrait. I don't know. The hobby just feels like it's in a weird spot. Nothing's probably going to change. Everything's going to carry on, as I talked about in the live stream. We can only control what we can control. And I guess that's how I'm choosing to control it, is not just chasing the newest thing. Now, I'm still going to rip wax and stuff, but you're not going to see me running out buying a bunch of Cooper Flag PSA 10s or hoping to get the next hot thing in the grading or whatever. It's a banger here with that patch. One of my better JRAMs, if not my best JRAM. So that's where I'm at. Well, Terry Francona action. I'm curious where you're all at. Is anyone else in the same headspace? I get that it would be easy to just be like, oh, screw it, I'm quitting. I'm not buying anything ever again. Like, who are we kidding? Like, we know that you're still going to buy stuff. Oh, some beta MTG. How about a Char Lizard, folks? Says it right there on the label, Char Lizard. Little Jim Brown action. This is a big one. Jose Ramirez Gold Refractor. Ooh, speaking of a big one, well, it's some Miles action. A little orange. I haven't looked at these for a while. I recommend doing this every once in a while. Just flip through and look at your stuff. Appreciate the collection that you have built. Chalk Toss Refractor, I mean, come on. Yeah, I way overpaid for that based off today's pricing, for sure. But I don't care because I wanted the card. Speaking of which, my favorite LeBron card in the collection. I need a new bag on that thing. Bag, some spots on the bag there. LeBron refractors, a little gold Joe Thomas. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. That's kind of how I am handling the current situation as I move further away from the mic because I'm getting deeper into the case. Oh, we looked at those already. I think that's pretty much the end of that case. I don't feel like digging for the other one. But yeah, do you trust anything? How are you approaching the hobby as we kind of wind down 2025? Are you looking to chase modern sealed, rip packs, build sets, fill in holes in your collection? Are you side-eyeing everything? Are you throwing your hands up and saying you're done, you're taking a time out? I think for me, as I've mentioned, it's be more precise. That's all I got for you, boys and girls. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family if you celebrate. If you don't, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful long weekend. No video Thursday. Probably back on Friday. I don't know. Maybe I'll just take the rest of the week off and I'll see you on Sunday. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll pop up for a live stream or something later in the week and instead of a video. I don't know. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Back to work on Monday. But catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.